Can you hear me now? Now I was figuring that out. I was like, wait, because there was no reaction, and I was here trying to talk to Hugh Jerizak and Jennifer, but yeah, I don't think they heard me. I think my mic was off the whole time, and there's something going on with the cable too. I have a Blue Yeti microphone, but yeah, good evening to everybody. Good Friday evening, TGIF. Even though it wasn't really a happy Friday, if you can all agree. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Clark, yeah, that whole thing with the offering, the whole thing with the offering, and I feel like maybe perhaps this was the whole process of it from this point on, and who knows how much millions and billions were involved in this drop. You don't want to do the math now because my brain is not at a capacity to do it. So, but for real, Mark, Kai Supreme, Clark and Julie, Jennifer, Moisley, Data. Welcome back to the stream. The offer pretty much this was pretty much a slap in the face. This was something that they really man, you know, there's so much speculation. Like there's so many theories as to how this all played out and how it all led up to, you know, earnings being released early, and then at the same day, Roaring Kitty shows up and streams at 12 p.m. this afternoon, and then all of a sudden the hype was just, it was like everybody was just, huh? And I don't know if he was trying to play mind games with the other side. And again, this is just all my opinion, it's just speculation. But I want to say that this was probably orchestrated and somehow to have this all happen, and for them to be able to take advantage of this whole rally, then come right in to do the offering, bam, dilute, get even more cash at hand altogether. Well, I mean, I don't know that, because apparently that's the positive of all this whole thing, is for them to have even more cash at hand. But this, at the same time, this really messed up retail in such a big way, and there's so many mixed reactions, and I'm pretty sure most of the reactions is it's on the angry side because a lot of people have had positions where they gotten screwed and they're feeling a certain type of way right now, and you best believe that. Anyways, quickly, I agree, Mark R, 100%. Zelly Zen, up and early, good to see you. Good morning. Rise and shine. You ready for that coffee? Kevin, my man, good to see you on here. And yeah, we could just we could chat it up and see what your thoughts is, your opinions, have this discussion as we're going through the last hour of the after hours market, and just know, of course, that there's no overnight trading because it's Friday, and we won't see the 24-hour markets open until Sunday evening around, I believe, 8 o'clock Eastern time. But yeah, this is still going underway. Like, this is really crazy. That's insane. So now at a low of $27.40, still coming down. How low will they be able to bring this down? You guys tell me. Or are they actually going to let this go down all the way to back to 27 and change? I don't think she ever sleeps. Sometimes I wonder. But right now, this is totally the opposite of what I want to see. And this is this is not technical wise, this is not looking bullish at all. Wow. They're really gonna try to pull this down even more. Look at this. Volume is actually coming in, but to the downside. What's the volume here? Does it show? On the 5-minute chart so far, 41,000 shares traded. And look here in time and sales right now. We can look at all the time frames right now, and you'll see like the 7-day simple moving average here coming back down. Candles actually getting a little bigger too as well. 30-minute. Also, you have here on the 45-minute chart just crossed below the 200-day SMA. So this is pretty much looking like a bear flag. My goodness. Chris Marjota. What's going on, Chris? Good to see you on the stream. If this is all part of the dilution or the offering, I have no. I mean, listen. It's hard for me to even like say, but like this is. It's so frustrating. It's just so frustrating. You know, but this is all part of the process, unfortunately. Even though the fact that, you know, we would have rather just seen this whole thing happen already, and just squeeze, just squeeze. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, unless they are really unless something happens in the midst of all of this, something happens in the market. God, there's so many factors playing out right now. And besides whatever's going on with the memes and whatever's going on with GME and their issues, you still got the interest rate decisions next week for inflation, and then we have apparently the national debt, U.S. national debt, being paid off. So now it's zero. Then I'm looking online and I'm seeing things about the derivatives market. Yeah, how that's in trouble. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but it's just all coming together and it's all like happening so suddenly. Like I really don't know what to expect next week at all. Let's see. So yeah, Chris bought 520 more of would you get more GME or did you get more AMC? 520 shares. Hugh says, at least with the GME, with all the GME volume, they should be able to close the offering Monday or Tuesday next week and get some healthy boners. And I guess you meant healthy bonus? I don't know. GME 273 million shares traded today and 5 million in the after hours. So currently, right now, the volume 278.28 million. Average volume usually was at 69.84. Market cap is now at 8.64 billion, and the shares float is only at 268.27 million. So we pretty much traded the float and some more. Flamin' Bananas on the chat. Flamin' Bananas on the chat. Let's go. Maybe we can get some Flamin' Bananas to push this back up to $40. Can you imagine that? So yeah. Public service announcement. Sleep is good. Please get your 7 to 8 hours at most every night. Let's see. Mark R, you're right. It is kind of a PND right now on GameStop, but I think the bigger picture is that we will see a squeeze in it. I mean, it has happened before. I mean, look, and in the span, and look, it took almost a month. So how about that? It's like we had one hiccup, a P&D. Then we had this whole time where we were at a accumulation phase, or just whatever you want to call it, just consolidating throughout this whole time, and then we had another hiccup. So this was definitely an opportunity for everyone to, get in, out, write it back down, load up, get in, get out, back down, load up. And it's like when you're in the hospital and then you have a lifeline and then So what did we all experience? I know we talked about this last week with another stock, but guess what GME did today? Can you boys and girls guess what it was?
APNT! Yeah! That's right, children. That was a PND. A good old-fashioned bump and dump. You guys all get an A.
Oh. Oh my god. But seriously though, this is completely the opposite of what I was thinking what was gonna happen last night, and we were discussing, you know, the possibility of a 3 white soldiers pattern, and we completely got duped for sure. Because look at where the wick ended up at. The wick actually ended up right at the very edge of this line here, but I had it at 63.90, and the top of that wick was actually 63.88. Don't have a crystal ball or anything, but it completely went opposite to, you know, where that's where it's supposed to go. So completely nasty. I think this is like probably gonna give us a reverse. I mean, that's not gonna happen, but I really wanna say that this is indeed the bottom. If it can actually establish the bottom right here at around, I want to say 26, 27 bucks, and turn back around, and that would be great. That would be awesome. As you can see it here, even on the hourly, how it's been consolidating here above this level. So, oh, you're welcome, Mark. Oh, let me have one. Because every time I'm streaming, I'm always in the middle of dinner. Eating some rice and beans with some sweet plantains with some flaming bananas. Let's look at AMC. Oh, let me hold on. Okay, wait a minute. I want you to see this on the time and sales right now. I don't know if anybody has been, you know, paying attention to time and sales when they trade. I have no idea if there's any indication, but I wanted to show you what happened earlier during pre-market hours. And to me, I'm just like, wow, like, is this really? I think on the 1 minute chart, you'll be able to see it. But there were 3 wicks. 3 big bearish wicks that popped up here. Wow, this is a lot of scrolling to do right here. And the first one that happened around 4:21 Eastern time. The end of the wick was 63.87. This one was at 63.42. And this one was at 62.88. So I know you guys have seen it all the time, where during during after market hours or pre-market, there's always these wicks that pop up, and I know it's not only AMC and GameStop, but I've also seen it before a lot last year. On the SPY, on Apple, I think on Microsoft, and other stocks, I've seen these wicks just pop up, and I'm like, wait, what are they doing? And I don't know, maybe you guys can probably explain it better than I can on what this means. But definitely, I definitely wanted to go back to the time and sales because I wanted to show you what happened right around those times, and it was to me it was bananas. It was flaming bananas, and I'm like, oh, this is something that is not even you. Oh, you don't usually see things like this in time and sales. And I'm just gonna show you in a bit. DZ in the chat, Pockets in the chat, and PSA. Data Zero dropped a new video with his MOAS road map. Will it stay on track? Or will it go off track? Stay tuned in the next video with Data Zero. And I believe it's definitely on track, on point. There's no doubt about it that whatever happens, it's still going as planned. It's in the process. Within the process, there's always going to be some bumps, some ups and downs, as we've witnessed for the past month. But as long as it's tracking, as long as it's still following the trajectory of where this is going to go, then all you can agree that the inevitable is coming soon. And it's only going to take a couple of things to make sure that happens. And especially what's happening in the markets, what's happening in the economy, what's happening to hedgies and prime brokers and shorties and you name it, all of the factors there. You can't help but, admit that this is the case. So I'm just gonna be scrolling down here and showing you, because this is just mind-boggling. So if anybody in the chat that trades, if you have ever looked into the time and sales for any type of indication, let me know in the comment. Let me know in the chat below. Because even though I rarely even paying attention to the time and sales, there has been some instances. For example, when I looked into the time and sales for the SPY one day, and I've noticed a very odd anomaly, if that's what you want to call it. Very weird, in my opinion. There was some orders that were way off the price per share for the SPY, even below 400. It's probably in the book somewhere. I don't know where it is. But if you're seeing this right now, I'm literally going back in time in after market hours, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm literally scrolling, and there's this huge block. Well, except for this. So between these two huge blocks, of green orders or whatever you want to call it. There's a $27.90 order there for 25 shares. As I'm scrolling here, you see prices here ranging from 60, 60s, 50s, even below 50. I'm here thinking to myself, what the hell is this? What is this all about? Look, another one. The 40s and the 50s. So is this indication of something to happen next week? This is just speculation, and just in my opinion, of course, and not financial advice. But this is something that I think you guys should have to observe, and of course do your own due diligence, do your own research, which I'm gonna do later on. I'm gonna actually research about time and sales for a little bit and see what I can find, and wonder why things like this happen. And look, I'm still scrolling. I am still scrolling. The block has not left. This was at 16:20:48. That's military time for 4:20 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm still scrolling, and you can see the prices. Here, I'm gonna actually do this. So you have a better look at how this is looking. Maybe I'm cracking the code for something. Am I cracking the code for something here? You tell me. Look at these prices. Look. $61.99, $62.13, $62.38. Unbelievable. This is unreal. Yeah, I'll definitely do that for you, Mark R. And for some reason, I wasn't looking at the. Oh, dude. Like I had top chat, and for some reason, I wasn't seeing most of the messages. I'm so sorry about that. It's whales buying the wicks. Dark pool leaks. Oh, you was just saying that. Bullish. Kevin saying bullish. Lion. Zelly. Big hearts. Giant hugs. Kai is suspicious with his emoji. Another one. I stayed the hell away from GME today. Damn, Matt K. Did you had a bad feeling today? I was like, nope, I'm not trading. I'm not trading. This is one heck of a leak, Data Zero. This is just like, look, that's where it ends. That's where it ends. From two, was it trading at 27.90, 27.86, and then that whole block. A whole block. What's up? What happened? Is it working? No, it's moving. Oh boy. Can everybody hear me good? Let me know if my mic is okay. But wow, just look at that. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Jimmy is trying. I think it's trying to pump back up. Let's see what's going on. Come on, Jimmy. What you got for me? What you got for me here? Are you gonna reverse? It looks like the bars are actually turning positive. Right here, you got the lighter shade of pink on the MACD, so that's supposed to be positive. Awesome, thank you, Mark. I think it's you, Zelly. Look at this order here at 420 on the mark, $28.22 for 28,401 shares on that order. And throughout the whole time that I've been scrolling through here, you just see like random orders here for $28. You got one for $48 here at 418, almost 419. You got, look, 41.50, 114 shares when this was trading at 27.97. Here you got another order for $50.09 at 418. I'm just showing you the bigger orders here. You got 51.20. And look, and then it comes repeatedly. As I'm scrolling down, there's a lot of these same orders for one share. So 51.20, 51.20, 51.20, 51.20, another one, another one, another one. Like I want to know if this is some type of code. Like, I know it's just me theorizing stuff and just speculating, but sometimes I wonder if this is like some type of precursor for something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if we're seeing orders like that, like 1520 in multiple amount of times, and as I'm scrolling back in time, and you see another one here at 415, another one at 414, another one here, another one, another one, another one, hey, another one, another one, another one, another one. Oh my God, look, another one. If you can count the many times that I've said another one, that's how many of these orders have been in the time and sales between all these prices. So now you got 37.37 for 2 shares, 37.37, 37.37, 37.37, another one, another one, another one. Hey, wait, what? Another one. What? Another one. What? Wait, that's not it. Another one. So you got what I'm trying to say. Like, this is just like placed at random times here. Still 410. So, you know, you guys can try to find out what this means. I'm trying to figure it out. Like, another one. Another one. Hey. What you know about? What you know about? Another one. What you know about? Anyways, currently 27.35 right now. 3.26, down 3.26% on the red. 37.37, another one. Jesus Christ. So yeah, not only did it happen to GameStop, at the same time it actually happened to AMC, and got a huge block of orders around the 650 range. I don't know if I saw like a 680 something, but 37.30. You guys see a lot of 37.37s here. A lot of multiple orders for 37.37 in between. So we're gonna have to watch out for that number. Not that it'll actually go up to that number, that price per share, but maybe this could be, again, like I said, a precursor to something that could happen to next week, and see what happens. Sway in the house. Happy Friday, Sway. What's going on out there? Okay, so I'm not seeing any more of that 3737 order. So that's completely gone. And this is literally, I'm now at 401, so just a minute after market close. See some 29s. And I think that's it. Yeah, that was it. So yeah, you can see the madness that I was talking about. Yeah, can say that was actually really pleasant to watch. But this here, this here, like just madness. Anywho, let's look at AMC real quick, and you can see pretty much the same situation, but it's more, it's consolidating a lot more. You do have somewhat more of a bearish divergence here in the 5 and 1 MACD, so it's trying to pull back a bit more, but there's a bit of a resistance for sure. We're just literally in this range, but I feel like you know, that $5 level, best believe that's gonna be broken easily. So we just need to stay consolidating throughout this whole range until after market is over. Hold on. Wait, what's this? Yeah, go ahead and check it out, Kevin. That's her second channel. Subscribe and like her stuff. Bananas in flames. Bananas in flames on the chat. Because Amy likes it from the back. Hey. I'm stupid. Oh boy. In the meantime, any other tickers that's moving as of right now, you let me know. Mark R, since you're here, we can talk a little bit of let's see. Peggy, I think was looking a little weak, in my opinion. So Peggy broke down from the trend line that I had here placed, and perhaps the next stop could be 12 cents next week. There's still some room here to come down. In fact, this is the 4-hour chart. You can see this It had been in this range before, back around May, I want to say around the 15th to like the 24th of May, before it actually went back up again and hit itself a little rally before it coming back down for the D after the P. And Peggy's just not, she's not having. I think she lost her mojo, and she can't perform the same anymore. So Mark is definitely done with Peggy. That's difficult to see, you know. Y'all only lasted a month together, but yeah, man, sorry to hear that. Oh shoot, that's crazy. That is crazy. Let's go on to Faraday. Faraday, I know it tried a couple of times here. We got 4-hour candles here. Interesting. They're pretty much sized in many ways here. I don't know what this is all about. Let's see what's the hourly looking like. Okay, this looks a little bit interesting. How could this play out? Faraday, I know they've been putting a lot of attention on FFIE for a bit, especially what happened yesterday. I think yesterday was yesterday earnings for some reason. Especially 4 hours ago, this was the top 10 most searched tickers on Benzinga Pro in May. So I think they're probably talking about Faraday too as well. But here on the 30-minute chart for Faraday, it's pretty interesting. It looks like it's trying for another retest here at 75 cents. So this could be the potential next resistance. It comes back here, and then this seems like this was support. So it has to like come back up again and see if it actually breaks over 75 to 80 cents, which was at the top at yesterday's aftermarket trading. 80 cents on the mark for Faraday. Barnes and Noble, I know somebody had commented on my last video, and he was trying to figure out about Barnes and Noble, but knowing the fact that Barnes and Noble is actually going to have a reverse stock split next week here on the 12th, Wednesday, same day as interest rates are being decided whether they're going to cut or they're going to actually keep it or whatever, or probably pull a surprise and all of a sudden raise the rates again. But Barnes & Noble here trying to stay up during after hours, up 11.37%, so almost up 2 cents. Well, now it's up 2 cents. We got some type of action going on here, so that's quite interesting. Could speculation here, of course, could Barnes & Noble go for another round and start to retest these levels here before the reverse stock split initiates on Wednesday? So that's the word right now on what's happening. You can see this, it's really trying to establish a bottom in the 7-day simple moving average here, crossing over the 50-day. So this is supposed to be bullish in this case because you have everything turning around nicely. You got the 50-day SMA here in terms of the 50 and the 200. You can have a potential golden cross here on the 5-minute chart taking place perhaps maybe during pre-market hours on Monday, and having Barnes and Noble potentially break over past 22 cents or maybe 23 cents. But we still need that break above it to try to get to 25. So 25 could be the possible, in my opinion, to temporarily, because this is only just a short-term little tiny little swing, because obviously nobody really wants to trade this after the reverse stock split, because we've seen such a bad history of that in many stocks, just like Mullen. And they went through what, like three reverse stock splits? And where is that at now? Where's Mullen now? Oh God, what? This thing is at 286. 286. Look at the chart. This is the 4 hour. As a matter of fact, let's look at the 20. Okay, well, maybe not the 24-hour chart. God, that's disgusting. But this is pretty much going back down to the last bottom here at around $2.36, which was the low, the 52-week low. So I don't know what's up with that, but David, I think he needs to think of something really fast before they start to take advantage again and bring this back down. Because how many times are you going to actually do a reverse stock split, and knowing the fact that they have their hands on these shares and shorting the living crap out of Mullen? Right now, shares afloat is only 11.7 million. Average today was 3.16 million. So the volume is just getting drier and drier. Look, you even got technicals saying that is at a sell. But anyways, yeah, I stopped looking at Mullen after the first reverse stock split, and that was it. So that was it. No bueno. No bueno. No bueno. Not at all. Okay. Let's see. Interesting development here. For real. Even after yesterday's crazy live stream, man, y'all literally lived it. Like, y'all lit up the chat, and that was so cool to see, because that never happened to me. Honestly, I never had a live stream where I had a lot of people, a lot of you join in, and we're just watching the whole price action from GME go crazy up to almost $70 a share, and just experiencing it together and vibing and just talking it up, just discussing what was going on, and that was awesome. So I thank you all for doing that. I thank you all again for showing support, the love. Even if for a little bit, it means a lot to me. So thank you, for real. And all of that is going back to you. And like I said yesterday, what good you give, good returns to you. And if you ever needed support, know that the family has got you too as well. So that's all. I thank you for that. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Kai Supreme, Sway, Mark R, Clark and Julie, Zelly, Matt K, Sway, Data, and everybody. Moisley. Jennifer was here too as well. Mark R. Robert Kennedy here too as well. D. Robert Kennedy. And not related to the Kennedys. Alright, remember that. So so if you think about it, this whole thing, whatever happens today, just know that was just another window of opportunity for us to do what we got to do. Plain and simple. They're just feeding us. They're feeding us cheap shares for us to accumulate. And that's it. And there's no stopping retail because they're gonna keep buying. They're gonna keep buying. Enough said. Yeah, I was looking at the chat on DZ's stream, and some guy just like literally going crazy over Robert Kennedy's name. Thinking he's hiding his persona behind some name that is not even related to the Kennedys. Oh my god. I'm just like sitting here like on my phone just rolling like, oh my god, this guy is crazy. But you already know. There's always gonna be people, you know, with some special special personalities. Oh, that's all. Yeah. Good karma, positive vibes, hearts, much love, peace, happiness, wealth, health. That's what it's all about. At the end of the day, this whole fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about unity. It's none of that BS. Like, we're not here trying to fight each other. We're not here to try to bash on one another based on like what you have going on, what your name is, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're pretty much all in the same boat. We're fighting for the same reasons, for the same goal. So that's what it is. You know, at the end of the day, we're all on the same trajectory. We're on the same path, the same road, and that's how I see it. So, but yeah, you got your special ones out there. You got your special ones out there walking around the road. You know that we're all on, and just trying to break that vibe. You know, for what? Makes no sense. Some people just want some extra special attention.
Look at me. I'm so special. You're no better than me. Stop hiding behind a name, you loser.
And yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Look at this barcoding action here. Jeez. From AMC, as if we've never seen that before. Constant barcoding here for the next 6 minutes left on after market hours. Let's quickly look let's quickly look at what's happening with everything else right now, because as we've noticed here at the last 4 hours, the last 8 hours actually, we've had the SPY finally seem to like wanna top out and turn back to the downside. As you see here on the 4-hour chart, real quick, the 7-day SMA, it's sloping down. It wants to come back down and retest the 50-day SMA, perhaps around 5:30. So if this is pretty much what we have going on, 24-hour chart here, looking with a nice little engulfing red candle to end off the week, to end off these 24 hours. I would like to believe that we will have an excruciating, painful, bloody week for the SPY. And if that's not anything that's something that I would like to see, I would love to see the SPY completely capitulate itself and fall below 500. Right here, baby. So come on down next week where I want you, right there. And then just completely destroy yourself, because yeah. Nvidia looking like the same too as well. Nvidia was at a low of $1,177. Who is Hedwig? Is that Beethoven? Isn't that his name? Or no, that's Ludwig. Never mind. So look out for SPY, look out for Nvidia, look out for tech. Plus you pretty much have Bitcoin doing the same thing too, rejecting in a double top fashion here, where it could, I mean, this was just me fooling around with fractals here, but imagine if this were to be the bearish case scenario, so we fall and we start making those moves to the downside. That would be something interesting to see. Also imagine this scenario for the SPY. Oh wait, is this give me one second. I think I had this on the daily. Hold on. Oh, I had two scenarios here, but it looks like it wasn't following this pattern. I don't know, for some reason I wanted to see like how it would look like, and what fractal, what bars pattern would look legit with what's to come later on if the SPY decides to correct itself. So those are my two scenarios so far. I might have to fix it up, and I might have to just mess around a little bit more with this. But as you can see here, as I close it up a little bit more, we do have a bear signal. Oh my god, please do it. Let's go back to the last minute of after hours trading and see what AMC and GME are trying to do right now. Oh boy, what are we going to do right now? Oh, a lot of blocks here, a lot of red blocks. What is this? Let's see if AMC is doing the same thing. No, it's not. Only in GME. Pay attention now, because this is really crucial. This is really interesting right now to see what they're doing. Last 30 seconds. What on earth is this? 817, 204, 15, 286, 650, 386, 500, 275, 250, 350, 700, 200, 250, 250, 1,000, 300. Wow, look what they're doing. Last second. Wow. And that's that. So 27.11 was the low of that candle. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have your last price here for GME in the after hours market at 27.16. All these crazy. Oh, that's random. That is so random. It has all these blocks, and this is from the Nasdaq exchange. And yeah. And here we didn't see any of that here on AMC side on the time and sales. So, to be quite honest, this is actually a little bit different. It's a different situation here because AMC actually got a little. Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting. So we got a pop with a bull wick and a nice green candle for the 1 minute. But it looked like GME was trying to come back down a lot more on their end. That is interesting. Okay. Because you can see even the bar here in the TTM squeeze was a little darker. It was actually increasing in momentum. So, wow. Let's look at the 5 minute real quick. Very interesting. Okay. Right on. Right on. Okay. Anyways, since that's done, I'm gonna close Weeble. Cause I don't want you no more. You don't want you no more. Yeah. I really want you no more. Wait, oh gosh, Kevin, you gonna make me Google again? I'm scared. Elliot's from the movie Split with All Personalities. Oh my god, right. That's you know who. Ah! No, you're talking about Brian. I'm sorry, Brian. But, you're kinda creepy. Scare me. Have you ever been teabagged? I've only been teabagged playing Halo 3 and Modern Warfare, but never in real life, and will never ever experience that. But yeah, appreciate the question. Zali. As a matter of fact, because I don't want to take much of your time, because you know it's Friday, but we'll skim through we'll skim through Twitter for a bit. And if we see anything crazy, I'll make sure to cut it out. Because it might be rated R. And I'm joking. Davo. What's going on, Davo? Davito. Let's view really quick right now. Because I know I haven't gone over. You know what? No. I'll make separate videos on GTII for sure. And we can do finger. We can do finger too as well. Actually, I haven't seen finger. Utu. Utu, the line. Utu. You'll never mistreat me again. Yes. Thank you. Is that Victoria's Secret? Oh wait, no. Okay, Versus Systems. Why did I think that was Victoria's Secret? Didn't they have a ticker symbol before? Oh no, here it is. It's VSCO. Victoria's Secret. And Victoria's Secret looks like it's getting chopped the hell down. There's no secret there for Victoria because she's losing customers fast. So not financial advice. What's on Victoria's Secret? Well, let's look at Versus. I think it's Versus Systems. Oh wow. Oh boy. Well, kids. It's that time again. We're looking at the 4-hour chart here for Versus Systems. And there's something quite familiar. I don't know what it is, but maybe you kids can actually figure it out. And what is it that I'm trying to figure out? And what is this pattern called? I'll give you 5 seconds to figure it out. That's right, kids. What is it called? A P&D. Yay! That's right. It's a P&D. It's a pump and dump. It's already gone through its pump, but obviously it got shortened out at 350, which was the last heavy resistance, and then it came back down to 160, and now back to these levels. Oh my god. But listen. See what happened recently. So Versus Systems board decides against reorganizing in Delaware. God. So they canceled a special meeting of shareholders to consider the question for reorganizing in Delaware. Versus said Wednesday its board no longer believes such a reorganization would be in the best interest of shareholders. In a filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission last month, Versus said that the proposed vote would ask shareholders to decide whether the company should be governed by the corporate laws of the state of Delaware rather than those of British Columbia. At the time, Versus said it has more of a business connection to the U.S. than Canada, and the company also pointed out it accesses capital markets primarily through the NASDAQ capital market. In addition, Versus said it currently is required to prepare financial statements and reporting to meet accounting standards and reporting requirements in both U.S. and Canada. And as a Delaware company, Versus said it expected to spend less money on legal and regulatory compliance. So I guess that was the little reaction to that news. It went up from around 129, 130 to a high of $3.45, almost 3.50, and now it's looks like it's taking a little bit of a looks like it's consolidating just a little tad bit, and it's staying right above the 50-day simple moving average on the 1 hour. But the thing is, there's a little bearish wick here. It could stay either above the 50-day SMA at 160, or it could actually come back down more and retest the 200-day, which is at about 144, 145 around there, and see if it actually either does itself a little double bottom pattern, something like that, or we see this kind of do like a maybe a inverse head and shoulders, or this turns into a bear flag and then comes back down. There's many scenarios that this could play out. But yeah, let's check out the specs, the stats. You say, oh, MXYZPTLK. You got it. Because I know I read your comment earlier today, so I had to go over Barnes & Noble, and I gave a little bit of some overview on what I was thinking about it. And it looked like it was trying to retest 20 cents, and we'll see if it'll have another hiccup before the reverse split happens on Wednesday. So Mark is saying that the free float, the float, so 1.51 million free float. Well, I can't see it on here, but if that's what you're telling me, yeah. And the shares float is 6.47 million as of right now. Market cap is only 4.49. So this is a small, kind of like a micro cap stock, which could have a lot of potential if a certain amount of volume comes in and starts to go crazy. Average volume was 373.57 thousand. But yeah, for some reason today was just over the float at 9.35 million. So that's actually interesting to see for versus systems. Let's see the 30-minute here. 30-minute, it looks like it's actually holding within the range between the 50-day and the 200-day simple moving average. Looks like 150 could possibly be that level here. So let's just put this box here just in case. Right here, and then we'll put this right over here as the resistance. So I want to see around this range and perhaps follow through this range and see if it can actually break above it again for another round, or see what happens. Because if you zoom into the 5-in-1 MACD, you can also see that it did try to curl up and try to turn positive and go in the green. So that could be another indicator right there for Versus to do something again next week. I love you so freaking much. And that was random, by the way. It was that was inside. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm getting right now. on the 15-minute on the 15-minute chart, the MACD did turn green again, especially after this nice band here expansion. This going back up, 2 green bars here, so this looks a little healthy. So this could be even more of a confirmation of Versus systems to actually go back up to as well. Does Versus have any options chain? I wonder. But if it's a tiny cap stock or a small cap stock like this, I would assume that it doesn't have any. I would assume that it doesn't have any. That there's no options chain for a Versus. So let's just check real quick. Turn this into 1. I'm gonna actually just chill with you guys here for another 15 minutes, and then after that we can go on ahead and enjoy the rest of our Friday evening, our Fridays, and going into the weekend with a clear mind, clear conscience, clear positive vibes and all that stuff, and just prepare ourselves mentally, emotionally for what's to come next week. It's gonna be one hell of a week next week. So again, you got interest rates decision by the Fed, you got core inflation month over month, year over year. You got actually GME earnings was supposed to be on the 11th, but since they released it early, I guess there's no point. Unless there's a shareholder meeting coming up too, I think it's the 13th. But other than that, yeah, that's all I know so far. And yeah, just keep yourselves focused on what's to come. So let's see. All right, so Versus does not have an options chain at all. So this is just shares only. Maybe you can play it for a quick, I mean, not financial advice, but it's more known for some scalp trading, little, I get in at 150 and I get out at $3 type of thing, something like that. So this could work for another. This could go for another round, in my opinion. So. Can you believe Chipotle is at $3,169.02? I can't believe it's not bartered. Are you all, besides AMC and Jimmy, are you all in different plays too as well? You're on Finger and DJT, GTII. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do a separate video on GTII and Finger actually. So I love you, I love you, I love you. Oh, what do we have here? Did I actually make this? Oh, no way. Oh, I actually did. Wow. I don't know what this was all about. I don't know what I was trying to do, but it seems like it's actually taken a while to complete this pennant. Holy snap. Maybe move it a little bit like this. I'm probably gonna have to remove all these drawings and then try to figure this out later on. There are no plays right now. So right now the main focus is AMC and GV. I'm assuming, and then maybe later on there's opportunities to get into maybe commodities, precious metals. You got oil coming back from 72 and it hit 75 and change. We'll take a look at gold real quick. Wow, gold took a hit. Gold took a hit the last 24 hours. Wow. So we got so this was at a high of $2,387.71 an ounce for gold, and this thing came down, flushed, closed at $2,293.59. So that means all the other metals are trending along with gold. Wow. Silver is at $29.15 an ounce. The last high was at $31.54. This is literally about to break below the 200-day simple moving average. Which, of course, I feel like in my opinion, this would be another window of opportunity to go get some shekels and some coins or whatever it is that you think could be worth getting. I told myself I was gonna start collecting some silver coins and become a leprechaun and get myself a pot, with a locking mechanism, and just store all my coins in there and wish for a rainbow to come out and wish for the Moas to come out. Because that would be cool. That would actually be cool. Be able to get a little pot. Start throwing in a whole bunch of silver coins in there. Maybe some gold too. What is this? In your guys' opinion, are you willing, or are you already thinking of getting into physical silver and gold because of the impending fall of the dollar? Supposedly, apparently, speculating. I think it's gonna happen. Oh my god, let's manifest. Let's see, what's the other one? I think it was platinum per ounce. And look, it's about to do a death cross here on the 4-hour chart here. So you got potential for platinum to hit back at around 940, if not somewhere above 900. So that's another thing too as well. You already know platinum is used for a lot of things, especially for what's that thing called? Palladium. It didn't come out too much, but it's at a $911. What about copper? Copper is at $4.44. And so pretty much all of precious metals here getting hit hard. What is that other metal? God, I forgot. Okay. This is gonna be the fate. All right. So another, we only have about just about 5 minutes here, just to discuss anything else in particular and you want to look through before we end the stream. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hmm. Predictions. You want to talk about predictions. You want to speculate. Okay, so we know. Okay, we already know that Roaring Kitty has a crap ton of money in June 21 calls. What is it, $20 calls for June 21st? Which is technically still in the money. So the speculation is, and this is just me guessing here, and also welcome to the channel. Yes, so I appreciate your comment. Happy Friday. But in terms of predictions, wish I had a crystal ball to actually tell you. But we could, like I said, speculate based on what's out there. And now that you already seen dilution in front of our faces and the offering that had just been what GameStop has been going through right now, on top of the fact that Roaring Kitty has millions of contracts. I don't know what the number is. I gotta go back to the stream and see what his position is. But the fact that he could potentially either start to exercise those contracts, all of those contracts. I remember they're at about 100 shares each. So that would make it, what did he say, about 120 million? Is that 120 million shares? No, is that a million? Damn, I forgot. I think it was 120 million shares, if I'm not mistaken. And if he were to exercise those contracts, I think he'll probably exercise a good portion of it. There's no, I mean, if he has the money to do it and exercise all those contracts, then yeah, so be it. But he would literally be the reason, and this is just my opinion. He would be the reason why he would trigger a short squeeze, maybe, and within the time frame of next week and the week of these contracts expiring on the 21st, in my opinion, again, we could see GameStop back between the 50 and 60 range. And depending on how many of those contracts he decides to exercise, we couldn't even possibly see GME break over $80 and go into triple digits. Again, that's just my guess. Just my guess based on the calculations of however many contracts he has going out there, how many millions and whatever. But all I can say is that these next 2 weeks are going to be very crucial, very important, and very interesting, just like Kevin just said. But very exciting too as well. Because Again, you have another opportunity. You have another window of opportunity right now to take advantage, not financial advice, to take advantage of this range that it's trading at. And even if it comes down a little bit more, so be it. So be it. Let that be another opportunity for you to buy the dip. That's just my personal opinion of what I would do. And like I always say, you're your own decision maker of your own money and your own investments, as long as you're doing this safely, you're trading safely, you know your limit, and you know what you're satisfied in getting at. Whatever the case is, Mustafa, like I just mentioned, these 2 weeks are going to be super important, super crucial. You must pay attention because, again, these levels here, and I'm going to go on the 4-hour chart again so you can see that even if we come down around this range between 26 and 27 bucks, who knows how much more it could pull back from here, because we did have a signal here. So this could indicate a little bit more of some downside potential, since you also saw in GME at the very last seconds, the few seconds of aftermarket of this continuing rejecting actually here the 50-day moving average, that 8-day moving average rejecting it and pulling back down. Mustafa, we could see that potentially come back down a little bit more, maybe below 27, and maybe come back down to 26, and somewhere around the range in the 20s. You got yourself a window of opportunity to get in that range and start the accumulation phase and average down, or dollar cost average, whatever you prefer, which is your decision. That's up to you. Again, like I said, not financial advice. I gotta say that because you know what I'm saying. But we're just speculating. We're just pretty much brainstorming what is possible and the potential for using those 2 weeks to your advantage. So that way, if your average is at 36 and you see it at this range, you might as well just bring it back down and then you'll be able to have a bigger position, and then you won't really have to worry, because now within the 2 weeks something happens. Roaring Kitty, again, in my opinion, what if he does something, exercises contracts, GME and AMC goes crazy, you're break even, you're past break even, and now you're in the money. At that point, then you make your decision and you take whatever you can, you take advantage, because you don't want to end up holding empty bags. And that's just reality. And it's something that I personally don't want to see anybody go through again, like January and June. This is pretty much third time's a charm. You had January 2021, you had June 2021. Maybe you had some hiccups here left up and down in between. This time, it's a guarantee, and we can't mess this up. So by all means, you gotta be smart about what you're gonna do these next 2 weeks. Very crucial. So that's just my opinion. I cross my fingers too as well. I wish everybody the best. I wish y'all luck. And of course, AMC, same thing. It's gonna be same algorithms and all that. So it's gonna follow. And let's just take advantage. So that's it. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna actually end it right here. Um, and not only that, but now after the fact that we took advantage, we got what we needed. We're financially set. Now we can start looking at the other things in the other areas in the markets where we know for sure that we can also take advantage and make a lot more. Plain and simple. We just got to do our own due diligence. We got to do our own research. John Whittle. Same thing goes for you. Rewind it back and just focus. Do what y'all got to do. And that's all I got to say about that. Again, so let's all have a great weekend. Let's clear our minds, have a clear conscience. We go back to the drawing board, concentrate on what we need to do next, and therefore we can decide on what to do in order to take advantage of this window of opportunity for y'all to make what you gotta make. And that is that. All right. So with that being said, thank you all. John Whittle, I know you came in a couple of minutes short of the stream, but it's good to see you, brother. We have to think more positive. We got to manifest these things, all right? So, John, just hang in there, keep your head up, because it's not over yet. All right? So, thank you to all. Zelly already got the list up here, so thank you to Mark. Thank you to Hugh, Jerizak, Kevin, Davo, MXY, ZP, TLK, Sway, Robert Kennedy, Clark and Julie, Kai, Supreme, DZ, Kevin, thank you. Yeseb, thank you for joining. Mustafa as well. Sway, I think I said Sway too, right? Yeah, Sway was in there. Jennifer was here earlier too for just the beginning, so shout out to her. And Matt K, Flamin' Bananas all day. So we gotta get those ready for next week. All right, Kai, we get those Flamin' Bananas ready. So yeah, enjoy your weekends. Enjoy your weekend. Stay blessed. And we'll see you next week. For sure. Thank you all. Thanks for showing love. Back at ya. Big hugs, giant hearts. Let's fucking go. And Zelly, thank you.